Yo, welcome back everybody. I hope you guys are doing well as always. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how cool it can be to flip your own samples. Now, if you're not sure what I mean by that, basically it means that after you've made a loop or a sample, you then take that loop and kind of flip it into a new sort of sound. So that can be with reversing it, putting some effects on it, chopping it up, however you want to do it. I think it's a really cool technique that a lot of people don't do too often, but it can honestly increase your workflow and output almost by double, basically taking already existing loops, flipping them into new things. So it's not really like having to go through the process of making a whole new loop. So that's what I'll be showing you guys today. I have this loop that I flipped and I want to kind of break everything down, tell you guys what I did to it. And then after that, we'll do some drums on it and then that'll be the video. So yeah, we can hop right over into FL. All right, so as you can see on the screen right now, I have the original loop. It's these 5 different sounds here, and I'll kind of break down each sound, play everything, and then I'll kind of go over how I flipped each stem. So this first sound we got is from Contact. It's from the Freak 2 VST, and this is the Nightfall pad. The MIDI looks like this. We're working in C minor, and also we're at 138 BPM. And let's go ahead and take a listen to see what this sounds like with that preset. So yeah, very melodic. The effects on that, I just have this EQ to cut some of the lows out. Next sound, we're in Contact again. We're gonna be in the Freak 2 VST once again with the Flute lead preset. And this one, I just kind of added some little like accenting notes, almost as like a lead, but sort of as a little top line melody as well. So that one has some chorus on it. This chorus, June 6. If you guys know, I love this chorus. We also have this Serum reverb. And then we also have the Fruity Delay 3 VST on there, and I used the tape preset. So this next sound we got is coming from the Mellotron. This is an Arturia plugin. It's from the V collection. And I used this ACC Vibes preset. And again, similar to that last pattern, we just kind of added some like accent top line note. On that one, we have that same reverb from before. Then I went ahead and added this pattern from the Prince VST. I haven't used this in a long time, but I kind of forgot how good it was. I'm using this Frail brick lead, and all I did was just turn down the noise and distortion down a bunch. And then this is the pattern I drew in. Again, just like a simple little repetitive accent thing. That just repeats 4 times. On that, we have EQ to cut a bunch of the lows out. So the last thing we got is the bass, and this is again from the Freak 2 VST, and I'm using the Hyper Sub bass. Just following the root notes of the original MIDI here. No effects on that one. Also, if you guys don't have headphones on, you probably didn't even hear any of that. So definitely wear some headphones if you want to hear what that sounds like. But that is it for the entire melody. This is what it's all sounding like just as is right now. So yeah, as you can see, this is a pretty much finished loop. Now the next steps I would do is just kind of stem this out, export it, and then before I close the file, I wanted to flip this. So what I did is I just rendered out all these sounds individually into their own stems. And then if we take a look at this other arrangement I got set up, you can see I kind of ended up chopping a bunch of these sounds individually, kind of rearranging them to get different like patterns and progressions. So just to kind of like generalize everything, I ended up cutting these sections right here, and then this section right here, and just kind of rearranged it to get a different bass line feel. It actually ends up following the same bass line as the original loop, which I thought was kind of cool, just after I arranged everything. But after we arranged and cut up this section, we're left with this as the first part. I also forgot to mention I reversed everything, so I reversed all of the stems. And then you add this second part. I actually ended up recording this in from one of my synths. I'll go ahead and play the original, how it sounds. So this was coming from my matriarch, and I just added some delay and stuff on that, but then ended up reversing it, and then we get this. I think it's really cool when you're flipping stuff to kind of take little pieces of each melody, just kind of place them almost as little accents. And then this third layer, we ended up reversing and cutting up as well. Then this little section, I took the tail off of the mellotron, and then kind of like almost made it into like a little swell. So that plays just every 3 bars. And then the last thing, we just flipped that Prince melody and ended up with this. So you can kind of hear how flipping stuff adds like a little bit more texture to everything. It can add some cool like little delays and sort of glitches that you wouldn't really get normally if you just kind of kept the original loop. And then we just kind of chopped the bass up as well. And like I said, this whole progression ended up following the same progression as the original loop. All together, then we end up with this. But yeah, pretty cool loop. You can tell that they're sort of similar in a way, like the sounds obviously are going to be the same, but you can kind of flip it and manipulate it to where you could definitely use this as a separate sample. But yeah, I thought this was just a cool little technique. I wanted to remind you guys that it's cool to flip your own samples. A lot of the times I feel like I'll make a sample, render it out, and then like it just gets pushed to the side, never used, or you know, maybe somebody drums it, but then I never like look at it or listen to it again. So this is a cool little way to go back to your old stuff and just kind of like repurpose it almost. All right, so I showed you guys that loop and the flipped version. Now we're gonna drag that flipped version back into FL, and I'm gonna just make a beat around that. I think I want to do some like triplet hi-hats for this, but sort of just keep them pretty fast-paced. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this video. This beat turned out pretty crazy. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow me on Instagram, join my Discord as well. A little side note, I just figured out how to actually record my OBS and stuff while using my synth, so I'm definitely gonna try to make some more content in the future, actually like live cooking up with the synths. I think that'll be super cool. I can even use them like on live streams and stuff, so stay tuned for more of that content. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.